Merchandising.
Yeah, that's a good way to start this. That lets people know that we're still their regular old friends that don't want anything from them except their money.
Now
What's up?
We've got merch for you.
Go to wehaveconcerns.com/shop and check out the new Brock Life t-shirt, Salmon Cannon t-shirt, Jetpack Rescue Squad t-shirt, so many t-shirt. You wouldn't believe how good I'm going to do it.
I'll do the job.
I will do the job, Mr. Potter. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
So we've talked a lot about cloning and creating cells from nothing and other cells, and we're right on the cusp of a real revolution there. And
you and I specifically.
Yeah, yes.
You and I specifically are really, all of our work is about to pay off. We're going to drive up to our science conference in our Bentleys with our chains around our necks.
Yes, finally.
And we're going to be like, what up? We did a clone!
We've been working for a long time.
We've been doing this shit for weeks.
Anthony, hit him with the science.
Double helix.
That's right. We read
Gattaca.
some books. I got a library card. We checked out some books.
Jude Law.
Guess what we made? That little clone boy.
Kill me!
That's right. He wants you to kill him. Are you going to kill him? Hell no.
That's right. That's unethical. We never should have created him to begin with, but it's too late now. Give me that money.
Kill me.
Where's that Nobel money?
Yeah, give it to us. Give us the money.
We also created a little pet for him.
We'll let you adopt them individually or as a pair.
A boy and a bird. Get them together. That's a lie. We are not a science.
You know what, though? If we do have a breakthrough, we might be. You know? You don't know when breakthroughs
All it takes
happen.
is one breakthrough.
A breakthrough could happen at any time.
To become a science.
Well,
that's what Hamilton was about.
Speaking of breakthroughs, a Japanese group of scientists at the Kyushu University have done something that no one else has done. They created a bunch of mice from nothing. They made mice.
What do you mean from nothing?
Well, they took skin cells.
Where there once was nothing, there is now a mouse?
They created a mouse in a dish. They took mouse skin cells and they turned them into eggs without ever having to put them inside the uterus of a mouse.
Okay, so immediately my brain goes, this is kind of crazy because we've talked a lot about stem cells and how stem cells can become anything.
Yeah.
You need a heart cell, you use a stem cell. You need whatever. People are having their babies and they're having stem cells removed from their babies and put into like little test tubes and frozen just in case the baby has some terrible thing happen to them down the line.
Right.
Stem cells. But this is a skin cell, which previously, hey, you want more skin cells, you use a skin cell. You want more heart cells, you don't necessarily use a skin cell because that's not what they're for. They's for skin.
Right.
So this is using a skin cell, what we thought was a single-purpose sort of cell, and being like, fuck you, now it is an all-cell. This is an all-spark.
Exactly.
Whoever holds this cell becomes the next mouse.
Yeah, they said they started in 2012 using stem cells, and they actually they took skin cells and reprogrammed them to embryonic-like stem cells, and then into primordial germ cells. Started with skin, turned it into stem.
Benjamin Button those cells.
That's right.
Those cells had a bittersweet time of it. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, these are the cells that start as an embryo develops, and then they become sperm or eggs.
Right.
But at that time they had to then take those eggs, put them inside a uterus, a live mouse, and to make those eggs work. No, not anymore.
So
do it in a dish.
Wow.
Do it in a dish. They birthed 26 healthy pups out of several hundred attempts. But we won't talk about that.
Dude, let me tell you something. If you sit down and you try to make life without sperm and egg, you try to make mammalian life without sperm and egg,
Yeah.
okay? And you try it a couple hundred times and it works, 20 fucking times, you know what that is?
That's
God
success.
on the first day.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's what it is.
You are God.
You're like, oh, cool. I made a life out of nothing. That's neat. I guess I'll go home. What should we have for dinner tonight, honey? It doesn't matter. I'm God. Can you imagine?
You created 78 horrors.
Yeah.
And you made one life. Yeah, but I made one life.
Yeah, one life. How many horrors and or lives have you created? None? Okay, cool. Let me tell you something. If saving one life is worth it, then creating one life, certainly worth it. Let me ask you this, Jeff. What do you think it's like to literally create life out of almost nothing, and then go home and have to like argue with your significant other over what to order for dinner that night?
I don't care if we get Chinese or we get Thai.
You say you don't care. You say you don't care, but if I order Thai, you're gonna look at it and you're gonna like poke at it with your fork twice, and you're not gonna want to eat it. That's what's gonna happen.
Honey, I made life today.
I know, and now we're talking about what to get for dinner.
Yeah, and I'm famished. Because of all the hard work making life today.
Okay, let's not throw away all the things that I did today, okay? I did a lot of good stuff. Yeah. You think you just come home to this house and the house, I created life, and then I came home and my laundry was done? No, I did that. I did that.
And I appreciate it.
And now I'm hungry as well, and I just want to order food.
I want to order food too.
Okay.
And I kind of don't care whether we get Thai or we get Chinese.
Okay, I'm getting Thai.
I don't really feel like
Aha! That it must, as banal as that is, imagine how banal it is after literally creating life from nothing.
Also, God hates Thai. That's what we've heard.
Wow.
not the people. Just the
wow.
Food. Just the food.
Going racial.
Just the food.
Going xenophobic.
It's too spicy for God.
Woo. Gosh, man.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Every time they've tried to do this before, they've had to implant.
They've heard
a
bellowing voice.
Do not.
That sort of came from the sky, but also from within them.
It just said, no.
Do not cross this line.
What? What was that? Cross the line? Okay, I'll cross the line.
No. This is an affront before mine eyes. We should make the front and the eyes first.
Yes, front.
Make the front before the eyes.
I was going to put the eyes in the front anyway. Because
I mean, I'm not even deciding that. I'm just hoping it comes out like a regular ass mouse. I'll figure out where to put eyes for like optimal placement after we can just do regular mouse.
Right, I agree.
Then I think like maybe eyes on the back as well, because predators.
Eyes in the back. Maybe they could be
front and back.
Front and back eyes. I
Yeah.
always wanted eyes in the back of my head.
Me too.
Stop.
This is wrong.
I tried that one. It was bad.
Dudes, above and beyond the fact that you're not supposed to do this, also bad idea.
I mean, I got some schematics that I should show you that just didn't work. It didn't play.
Is God talking to you in stereo? I feel like God's talking to me in stereo
feels
right
like
now.
He's here, but he's also there.
Yeah.
Oh, omniscient.
Omniscient. Eyes in the back of his head.
Yeah, omnipresent.
That's why we have to do this.
Yeah. Damn it. So the other thing that's crazy is that these 26 pups have had kids themselves.
And those children have eyes that are pure black.
Yeah.
And they constantly spout prophecy.
So these second generation from parents that don't have antecedents. They literally came from nothing. They came from skin.
They didn't. Did they breed
Your grandpa's skin.
the mice from the dish? Like they created 26 mice.
Yeah.
Did they then pair those mice off into 13 pairs and have them have children, or did they have children with outside mice? Are these mice genetically
inbred?
Yeah. Are they genetically the same?
It doesn't go into.
Or is it like a every time you do this, even though it started with the same cell, is it a random seed? Is it a random seed generator?
That's a great question.
That's what I want to know.
It doesn't go into that, but I think the point it's trying to make in the article is saying that they're complete enough lives that they can procreate.
This isn't like when we made the sheep and the sheep just like looked like it wanted it to kill us,
Right.
or it wanted to kill us, it wanted us to kill it, and then it died really quick. That's not what happened.
No, these are mice that went on about their lives and had kids and settled down and really made a life for themselves.
I feel like a tiny version of Mouse Orphan Black was playing out though.
Maybe.
Don't you like these mice didn't know that the rest of them existed, and then one day they're like running on the wheel, and somebody comes to the water bottle and looks exactly like them except for a different wig.
Probably.
And it's just like they're just like running on the wheel, like, wait a minute, wait a minute, you and I, we look exactly alike.
But your hair is completely different.
I mean, I'm not wearing a wig.
Oh.
It's weird that you're wearing a wig. I don't even know where you found it. We're very small.
Yeah, well, the giant hand came down and put it on my head.
Huh.
Yeah.
Anyway, we look exactly alike. Don't you think so?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think most mice look exactly alike.
That's true. We come in like white with red eyes.
Yeah. Or like brown.
Or like gray with brown eyes.
Yeah.
That's kind of like it.
But
you and I are both white with red eyes.
You make a strong point.
Kind of eerie.
It is a little eerie.
30 more mice walk up. Guys!
Hey!
We look exactly alike!
Look at you!
This is crazy!
You look like me!
Meanwhile, a third mouse that looks exactly like the other two is waiting from on top of the food tray and is like, they've found each other. We mustn't let this happen. We have to separate them at all costs. Hey, I look exactly like those other 30 mouse as well. This is crazy.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I feel like in order for me to do this bit, I need to have watched Orphan Black. Which I haven't.
Okay, that's fair. You should. You'd like it.
I would. So they're talking about...
But anyway, they can reproduce.
Yes.
The article doesn't answer the specific questions that I have. Here's my assumption. My assumption is because they're starting with these proto-embryonic cells or whatever, because they start with a single one, I'm guessing that they are different enough. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
They are different enough.
I don't know. That's
like
an
they're not
interesting
exactly
question.
like they're not exactly the same because of random things that could happen during gestation and creation. But I don't know. I would imagine they're genetically extremely similar. But it's
you
crazy.
would think so
Yeah.
because there's no outside thing that they still have to be fertilized with sperm, I guess. But
I think the difference would be Oh, do they?
I guess. Because they're just creating the egg, right? They're creating the egg from nothing.
Right. Okay. So yes. So the father is always different.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So they're different.
So the real twist here is that
we were the mice all along.
This has applications for human beings. People who have fertility issues.
Yeah. I mean, well, you think about like the
or LGBT community.
Yeah.
Like,
you think
can
about
create an egg from
in vitro stuff right now.
Right.
And how hard it is, and just the act of harvesting the egg and like going in for the treatments and like all the injections and the things that you have to do just to make the darn thing work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you could create a healthy egg that's like ready to go from the start, like that's crazy, and especially if you could create it inexpensively. Because in vitro stuff is so expensive.
I like these two sentences. For ethical reasons, the scientist was not implanting them in humans to try to mature them into sperm or eggs, but prospects of maturing human PGCs in a dish are enticing.
Yeah. They're enticing as shit to supervillains and people who want to have identical armies of super soldiers.
All scientists, they just can't be happy creating life from nothing. Once you're a god, you get enticed into doing all kinds of crazy stuff, right?
Who's going to stop you?
Who's going to stop you? I can flood the whole world and make people miserable for 30 days and 30 nights. I could, what can there's no rules anymore.
There's no rules anymore.
I created life. I created a mouse. That's pretty rad.
I'm the motherfucking architect of Westworld.
Guess what? I'm gonna create something on a larger scale. I want to create a human now. Why can't you just stop? Mice is fine.
Mice is so good.
You could just make mice.
You could make mice, and then when mice gets perfect, you could make eggs for people who don't have eggs. But don't you make a whole human?
Make a human.
But make a whole human. Like I'm ready.
I'm
ready to
shake human.
I'm ready to shake hands with the first clone.
Yeah,
the first parentless clone.
As long as it's a clone of you.
I'm ready to. Well, let me tell you something about the first clone of me, Jeff. First clone of me isn't going to be shaking any hands because the moment he's gestated, his skull's going to get cut open and my brain's going to get put in his body.
That's not how that works.
The first clone of me.
That's not how that works, though.
The first clone. Not yet. Not yet, Jeff.
Anthony, what does a clone of you made from your skin look like?
Exactly like this, dude.
Yeah.
Except maybe like flip a couple epigenetic switches for 8-pack abs.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, you need those 8-pack abs.
Gotta have those 8-pack. Me with an
Dude,
8-pack abs.
You get cells from your.
and better kneecaps.
Like, that can't get hurt, can't get harmed.
I just have weird kneecaps.
What is weird about your kneecaps?
Oh, dude, everybody says I have weird kneecaps. They're strange. They don't. They're oddly shaped and they slide around a lot.
That's how every kneecap works.
No. I mean like a lot.
What? That's how kneecaps work.
No, like it's weird, dog. Like, I mean, there's no way to like.
Is that why you never
it.
wear shorts?
No. Well, there's a combination of reasons I don't wear shorts. Number one is I think they're for children.
Right.
Number two is I was one of the first kids in junior high to get super hairy legs, and it was a little weird. And I just never
Good
went
luck
back.
trying to get those skin cells.
Yeah, right.
Got to go through a forest of hair to get to
Woo!
them. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to make your clone because it's just a carpet.
It takes 2 electric razors, a Flowbee, and then a final straight razor. Even get a patch of skin on there. But no,
your clone is a tribble.
Yeah, exactly. I just there are a lot of reasons why I only wear pants, but the main one now these days is I genuinely think they're for children, and the second a grown man puts shorts on, he looks childish.
I don't think you have weird kneecaps, man. I think that's just
you don't know though because you've never seen them.
Well, what could possibly be weird about a kneecap?
I will show you my kneecaps because this is a thing that I've talked about with people before, and then once I show them my kneecaps, they're like, "Oh yeah, those are a little weird." Because you know how kneecaps develop later.
Yeah, my kid doesn't have a kneecap.
Yeah, your kid doesn't have a kneecap.
He barely has a knee.
I think mine developed like a little late and sort of odd. I don't know. It's weird, but they run in my family. Like on my dad's side of the family, like my father has extremely weird kneecaps. Like to the point where we get running injuries and stuff easier because there's something up with those kneecaps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why you're so anti-running. It's a kneecap issue.
I mean, it's one of the reasons. The other reason is it's stupid to run.
Right, but the kneecap thing probably is.
I think we're getting into a chicken and egg situation here, Jeff, and we're getting away from the main issue, which is my clone would have perfect kneecaps and 8-pack abs,
right?
And I'm ready for this clone. I mean, I'm sure this is a question we've asked before, but I'm sure a little refresh wouldn't hurt. Your feeling on the creation of humans or bits of humans specifically for the implantation into other humans. I have incorrectable heart arrhythmia. Can we grow me a new heart? Can we grow a version of me with a good heart and put that heart into me?
Right. Not.
Can I keep?
This is not an autonomous. Self-aware being.
No.
This is just a.
This thing has never been conscious.
Right. It's just a parts factory.
Yeah. It's spare parts. It's you buy a vintage toy.
Right.
On eBay that has like a busted arm.
Right.
And then you find another version of that toy on eBay that's straight busted except for one good arm.
Right.
Now you have a mint condition whatever toy.
Yeah, human being.
That's what I'm talking about. But yes, it is a human being.
So my question to you is, does it make eye contact with me?
No, I think we never let it open its eyes.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a real kicker.
Maybe we sew them shut.
and the mouth gets sewn shut.
And the mouth is sewn shut, and the ears, and it's just like in that Bradbury novel.
It looks entirely like me, except thread through the eyelids.
It looks like if they cast me as Deadpool, but not the good Deadpool that everybody liked. The Deadpool from the Wolverine movie.
You just have to walk in and select it. And sign off on some paperwork while staring at it. It's horrible.
That's okay.
It's good.
Yeah, that's good. It looks just like me. That's
really
crazy.
How
it looks
are
a little
kneecaps?
Great.
Fantastic.
They're just really good kneecaps. Don't worry about that's an involuntary. They just scream. We don't know why.
Well,
there's no reason for them to scream. There's nothing for them to be afraid of. They've never lived any life.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the kneecaps do look fantastic.
Yeah.
Those abs, my God, the abs.
We threw that in. Everybody gets, it's November. Everybody gets abs thrown in.
How many, it's literally doing sit-ups right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been programmed to do that. There are folding proteins that we use specifically that just make it always do crunches.
That's phenomenal.
I think the thing is, like, this is the way we've always pictured the idea that like, oh, if I have a bad heart and we have to clone me to make a new heart, we've always thought about it in terms of like we have to make a full me. But now we just make a heart.
That's true.
Like those early ideas.
It still has little eyes on it.
I mean, they all have tiny little eyes.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
Looking at you. There's a lot of sewing.
Science cannot get rid of the tiny little eyes. We think it's a warning from God.
No.
Oh. How do you guys feel about this? Does it creep you out? Does it excite you? Is this a wonderful thing? Is this a terrible thing? Is it both? You can let us know on Twitter. I'm at acarboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
And hey, are you enjoying the show?
I am. I'm enjoying the show.
Hey, don't fucking do this to me.
What? You asked.
No, I'm asking, how do you understand that I'm asking the audience to tweet at us, but you immediately believe that when I ask if you're enjoying the show, it's directed towards you? Like, you knew that I wasn't asking you to tweet me.
Mm-hmm. But I do tweet you all the time.
If you're enjoying the show, please head to iTunes or whatever platform you enjoy the show on and give us a 5-star rating.
Yes, the 5 stars actually really does help the show because it helps people find it and it, makes them believe that the show's good.
Yeah, even though it's not.
Which is, the lie that we
fucking
like.
suckers!
Help us dupe people.
Help us dupe the morons into loving us. That's all we ask.